This is the Forex weekly wrap-up for July 28th. Let's do it. Alright, what's up traders? It's Mark here at Dino Trading. Another fantastic week in the Forex markets. Stay tuned also for the futures wrap-up, for those of you that trade futures. As usual, we're going to start things off with the Euro New Zealand. We had some real nice signals here on the Dino bars. We had a nice short signal right there to kick things off in the week, and a nice long signal right there. And these moves right here, the short and the long, tallied up to a nice 140 pips. Real good way to start the week. If we scroll over and take a look at some of the other trades, the other real net winner of the week was this beautiful short signal right here. Price did what it always does and retrace into the length of that signal bar right there. And of course, this gigantic winner ended up being a real nice 75 pips on the following day. So within 2 days, you're up over 200 pips. For those of you that were able to capture these trades, you should definitely be patting yourself on the back, because this was a real nice way to start off the week. So let's take a look at the pound yen. So this week's trading on the pound yen was actually pretty interesting. Normally there's an overwhelming direction when you spread it out over the entire trading week. For pretty much most of the year, the pound yen has had 5 days of really nice long signals, or 5 days of really nice short signals. This week was a little was quite interesting, because there were both, and the pound yen was actually somewhat quiet to what it's normally used to, I guess, in terms of volatility. But we still had some real nice trades. You can see here, this was a beautiful long signal right there. Price came back and did what it always does, which is retrace into the length of the Dino signal bars, and gave us a nice 75 pip winner. If we go over to the next day, we had more of the same. We had a nice little short signal right there, and a nice little buy signal right there, and both of those ended up being a pretty good winner for a nice round trip of 110 pips in total on both the long and the short. If we keep moving the train along to the last trade I took here, you can see there were pretty much some overwhelming trades that were pretty obvious. You had the clear winner of the day, which was the short signal right there. And this thing just dropped like a stone for 80 pips. So overall, kind of a quiet week on the pound yen. Very, very different than earlier this month. But that's the market, right? I mean, you're going to have some violent, volatile days, and you're going to have some quiet days. So let's keep this train moving on to the pound versus the Australian. Alright, for those of you guys that have been following my suggestions on taking the pound versus the Australian trades, this was the week that you were rewarded. This was hands down the trade of the week. Everything else was somewhat quiet except this pair. Again, there's no rhyme or reason. The market's just going to do its thing. So you got the nice long signal on the Dino bars right there. It doesn't get any better than that. And this thing did nothing but go straight up like a rocket ship for 120 pips, right? That's over $2,000 on a 2-lot. So, these trades, these signals, these zones, they happen every single week, week after week, month after month, year after year. For those of you guys that have been watching these videos for any length of time, you'll see that there's nothing new, right? It's the same patterns that repeat themselves over and over again in the market. And the patient trader, what I call the smart money, are the only ones that are able to capture these giant pips, right? There's no other form of trader that's going to be able to capture this many pips unless you're trading some kind of Dino Bars trend or any other type of trend to really maximize your profit book. So this is one of those weeks where admittedly, it was a very quiet week, but you know what? There were still 500 to 600 pips worth of profit to be had. I hope many of you were able to capture a huge chunk of that, regardless of whatever pair you trade. I'm going to do my best to start showing the other pairs that I trade. I try to contain these recap videos to under 5 or 10 minutes. So there's not enough time to go over all 6 of the pairs that I personally trade. But if you guys want to know which pairs those are that you don't see on my channel, go ahead and send me an email. I have no problem letting you know what are some of the other nicer pairs. But at the end of the day, don't let anybody tell you that you can't make money in Forex on slow weeks. I've shown you that regardless of the size of your account, whether you trade a 1 lot or a mini lot or a micro lot, you can still do big things in Forex. All right, so thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching this video, and to all of you, I wish you many pips.